Okay, ขอบคุณครับ Alright, we're starting soon. Let me double check all the various different things if it's working. I did say I wasn't gonna stream today. I lied. Wasn't gonna stream today. I lied. Oh, 20 something on the headphones is just enough. Yeah, I wasn't gonna stream today, but I felt that I needed to do a bit of live stream appreciation, continue on Final Fantasy stuff. But yeah, it's I can't stop. I'm addicted. The thing is, the only reason I'm live streaming today is because I'm addicted to this, and I want to play it a bit more. There's no other reason. Yep. Is that and I'm should be doing more things on the channel to get more discoverability, but instead I've been stuck streaming this instead. Okay. Right. Let's just get started. Hello folks, it's me, I'm back, we're live. I'm not doing too well physically. I got pressure sores again, so that's why I'm on my side. So it's a good time for more Final Fantasy stuff whilst I recover, and I have to postpone other bits of content or ideas for now. That being said, I'll be on my side. I'll do more edits, get more, and see if I could actually have more ideas popping up in the near future. But in the meantime, I want to play some more Final Fantasy VI and appreciate the music a bit more. So, without further ado, let's just jump straight in. Thank my members: Apilux, Manta, Double, Apilux, Manta, Rafa Vega, Chapa, Techno, Amislam, Burton, Sherry, Nana. Thanks for being members of the time of streaming, getting to watch vids early. Cool badges and emojis for whenever you comment. So, get turned into a Pokemon as well. Feel free to support my channel that way if you like to do so, by clicking on the join button or subscribing on Twitch. Either way, you could still like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more, because I'm about to get notified for when I go live. Okay. Right, so I've been bestiarying, so there's that. And the reason I've been bestiarying is because I've spent a fair bit of time. So this is just backtrack. I might backtrack once we get more people to show up, but yeah, I'll backtrack once we got more people to show up. But in the meantime, I'm gonna load and enjoy the music of the belt here. We have a few. The thing about what we have right now is when we last left off, we got Gao, and Gao has a very specific ability to leap into the Veld and learn enemy abilities. And there's a couple of things that are very, very strong for Gao, so we'll see. And we are only missing a few enemies. So what Gao does is Rage. Rage is an ability that you pick an enemy to imitate. Now, out of all this, Stray Cat's the strongest, and Gao turns into a Stray Cat. And we go Bushido. Fanged. Yep. Loving all the percussive sounds that the flute is able to do here. And over here, like I said, it's just the enemies generally being annoying. And I'll demonstrate it once Gao... Yeah, nice. Cat scratch. Look at that damage. Yep. Gao's probably the strongest character we have right now. Okay, so to explain, Gao leaps into the group of enemies, and once he returns, he'll learn whatever skills we learned from that group of enemies. So if you have a more complete bestiary, all the enemies that's ever shown up in the game, or enemy groups that's shown up in the game, the non-boss types, will show up over here, and Gao could learn their abilities. So we just go Stray Cat. Banged. And the downside of the belt is that there's no XP gain, but there is money gain, so you could just stay here as long as you want. And there are enemies that you can't run away from, so there's that. Right now, what I'm trying to do, as a completionist thing to do, is to get all of the rages available. And if the random satellite dude pops up, then that's good as well. Satellite, if you remember, is a enemy that we saw in the camp earlier, hidden in the chest. And there are things like he drops the whatchamacallit, green beret, which is a really strong equipment. That has high defense, evasion, and magic defense. Yeah, but then you get really easy enemies that gets one shot. So there's that. Do. Man, I still love the Velt song so much, but I'm not sure if I love it because of the fact that it's just memory, because of the memory, or it's just the fact that I spend so much time here. Final Fantasy VI players, this is actually one of the more annoying things. There's nothing necessary about doing this at all. The only thing is, yep, because there's no need to get like so much money. But yeah, there's two things that you want to get, which is all of the skills, or all of the enemy rages. Yep, Trillium is one that we have. Trillium is actually not a good one because they have Bio as a skill. But out of all these, there's nothing in particular that you need to look out for in particular. The thing is, right now I have 2 enemies remaining that... No, there's actually, yeah, 2 enemies that I could unlock after this. Well, there's a few things I wanted to say. I made a mistake by not going into the other scenarios first to unlock more enemies. And there are enemies that I have yet to unlock in some of the other scenarios or in the bestiary. So if you look at the, not the status or the configuration and the bestiary, not the boost. Yep. You can see that over here. First off, number 24 is one of the other magic tech armors that we don't have yet. I also think that I might have skipped over the Alacrin by mistake, because I am not seeing it over here as well. Because I may have not unlocked it in this playthrough. I might have unlocked it in a previous playthrough to get the bestiary. And there's a couple over here. This is one enemy, which is the armor in the town, which we won't be able to get that right now. You can get it right now, but it details having Locke being overleveled and able to defeat an armor by himself. And this is over here is a Katarina or something, which is in the caves that I forgot to unlock. And over here, these two are from the new enemies in Edgar and Terra scenario. And everything else we've unlocked. Okay. And the only enemies right now that are missing from our list of things we could fight and complete is the Alacran, which we could always come back to. But there's only one right now, which is the guard leader. If we actually finish getting the guard leader, then it's everybody. I'm going to fight up until we see a satellite, maybe. If we see a satellite, we could grab ourselves a green beret. Yep, but it is just a lot of RNG. But this is one of the bigger time sinks in the game. Because you almost always get enough money to rest at the inn anyways. And to buy everything. Even without the 4 times XP boost. Hooray, look at that cat scratch. And it's also nice that you could, even in this state, it's also very nice to be able to turn XP gain off. But I want you to notice as well on how long I've been doing this. Because the save before the beginning of the belt yesterday was 7 hours. And this is going on 11 already. Oh, 11 hours, okay. But yeah, let's head in, nap a little bit. There's upsides and downsides to this. I think if I was playing on the emulator, there's no access to... that there won't be any access to what's the thing that's we're accessing. Give me a second. Wait. Oh yeah. We won't have access to... Give me a second. I'll move my head a little. I move my head back and forth. Yeah, we won't... Okay, so trading in speed ups for auto battles. So there's no auto battle function on other consoles, I don't think. Dude. Man, the heavy strings really are very, very flavorful. And we go ba 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 with the oboe, right? And I love that everything's in unison, meaning there's no harmony. I mean, we could do like an audio analysis of for certain, not an audio analysis, like a proper musical analysis. of the song itself, the before and after. Gravity. And we have like potions up the wazoo. Yep. I'm going to farm for a little bit up until we either meet a satellite or until we get a guard leader. Megalodoth. I wonder why did they rename some of these? Could it be possible that they renamed some of these to match some of the later iterations of this? I wouldn't know. PM Cap? Riem. Yeah, and there's so there's just so many missable enemies within the game. The most important one that you could have missed are the there's a group inside the cave in South Figaro that only appear once and change once you start the lock scenario. I also screwed up very much by using, what is it? I screwed up by picking up all the treasure inside of the South Figaro cave. Because if you wait until the late game and not pick it up, you get some better items and improved gear. Hooray for the flute going ham there. Darkwind and the bunnies. Darkwind is also interesting. I think it has some a skill that either stops or petrifies or something. But the cat scratch is going to be the strongest one still for a very long time. And as soon as we hit some new viewers, or if somebody says hi in the chat, then we'll continue. I think we need to blitz. Dedge. Ah, Riem. ขยับขาไปนิดนึงนะขอบคุณครับ So, which belt enemy do you think I'm going to meet first? Man, if I had enough people to Gamba, I would have actually asked for a Gamba. Because right now, we have one rage that I haven't gotten from, which is the guard leader, and Alacran is the other one, Alakarn, and we're looking for battles against the satellite for Green Berets. Sargrim, I hardly know him. Hadouken. Go kitty. Dead bird. No effect. The no effects thing pops up because, well, there's no effect, but you executed the command with the enemies disappeared already. Hey, Doberman. Interesting thing about the little Doberman. Dobermans don't have their own... oh, look at that damage. They don't have their own entry in the bestiary, but for some odd reason it shows up as a separate entry for it shows up as a separate entry for Gao skills. Don't cling to me, bro. But yeah, you could spend hours upon hours in this place. But my RNG has been really low. The only thing that I am so angry about is that some of these we've already seen. Let me try to run. Try to run. Outrun my bullet. Okay. As soon as we hit the half-hour mark, if we don't get anything new, it is time to move on. Finally. Come on. Okay. Stop sapping. Do. So many enemies. So much not necessary gil. We're drowning in gil right now. Sabin's aura farming as usual. Okay. Yep. Come on, half an hour. Almost half an hour at the start of stream. 4 hours off stream. So going to the Veld is a great way, at least now that I know, if we ever return to the Veld, of how to grind. Okay, I think that's enough. So I'm going to do this. Menu, save. And let's just go ahead and look at the storyline now. Which is this one. So there's a couple of things in Mobilis that happens. So have a look at what people say. House in the North, the old man has lost his marbles. They say he threw his own kid, thinking he was some kind of monster. Yeah. It is true that there was wars broken out. I got to say that it had. Letters saying that it had. Okay. So Mobilis is just like this really far off continent. And you came down to Barren Falls? Unbelievable. It's flowing even stronger than usual this year. No one's been able to get here lately. Yep. But it is like, this is a very remote place. This region is known as the Veld. Monsters migrate here from all over the world, so it can be quite dangerous outside of town. You never know what you might run into. So yeah, all of your previous playthroughs of monsters and things will show up here, except for bosses. The only two bosses that show up here are the satellite and the guard leader. But yeah, there's some really good stuff here as well. So you could buy and upgrade your gear, which I already did off camera, with a knife and swords and claws and kotetsus. And let's have a look at some of the people here. There's this dude who's running around. Yep, doing the carrier pigeon things. We have an inn, which we spotted earlier. If you talk to some of these guys. When I started hunting yesterday, I could have sworn I saw a kid running around along with a pack of monsters. Wonder if it's just my overactive imagination. It wasn't. Woof. And here's this interesting little thing, is that you could hear you could buy things. You could also buy something called a dried meat over here, which is cures an empty stomach. And over here you could talk to him. There was some dried meat out to be heard of angry animals last time I was out on the Veld, and would you believe it? Some kids scrambled out of the herd and ran off with it. Yep. So Gao is a feral child. The feral child archetype. Tweet, tweet. Let's go here. I can send letters and packages to any corner of the world for you. Let me know if you need my services. I'll need this elixir, thank you. Elixir, I hardly know her. The entrance to the Serpent Trench lies within the Crescent Mountain, near the southern tip of the continent. Anything here? Yep. No. So that's a clue that you could have that you could try to get into the Serpent's Trench if you want, but then there's no way for us to leave this area. Not yet, anyways. We're stuck on the Veldt. And there's this little kid running around at the speed of sound. Hey, kid. Shh, you have to be quiet. Why do you have to be quiet? Okay. The soldier inside this house is hurt real bad, so Mom says we have to keep our voices down. Yeah, but then there's nothing here. Who was that lady with then? A grievously injured soldier wandered into a village not too long ago. Dressed his wounds, but his condition doesn't seem to be improving. The letters coming from the town of Miranda are the only things keeping him going. Yep. Oh, poor dude. I'm a soldier from Miranda. When our town fell into the Empire, I was forced to join the Imperial Army. Tried to flee rather than help them attack Doma, but they came after me. I barely escaped alive. Oh no, you're a deserter. I can't even move. Oh, I want to see Lola again. Letter on the desk, would you be kind enough to bring it to me? There are even more Imperial soldiers walking the streets of Miranda these days, but things are peaceful otherwise. The flowers in the garden will be soon bloom and announce the arrival of spring. How are you holding up? Your condition worries me to no end. Worries me to no end, not no end. I so wish I could fly to your side and be with you. Aw. Please think about getting better and try not to push yourself too hard. Rest knowing that I spend every day thinking only of you and wishing I could see you. Aw, man. I'd like to write her back, but I don't even have the strength to pick up a pen.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Master Chief.
From work.
Yep. Wait, you're from Texas, right? Are you okay with the flood? You were the first one here, though, by the way.
No, I'm in Arizona.
Oh, okay. But yeah, whoever's, I'm not sure who's from Texas, but Dwayne and Catherine are both 16. What a magical age, the springtime of love. It's just those two. Dwayne.
But my cousins are from Texas.
I
hope they are okay.
Why don't you check up on them? You know, a message, a call. And there's a space back here that you can use to nap for free.
I will.
Okay. Send the letter to Lola for that soldier. Postage is 500 gil. Wait, did I actually say I sent it?
I will text on my phone and let's see if they are okay.
Yep. No, he is hoping for the best. Even if
they're from southern Dallas.
Oh, poor dude wants to get better. But okay, so there's that. Sent the letter for him. Spent some money for that letter. Hope he appreciates it. What about you? Powerful ocean currents run through the Serpent Trench. No. Okay, here we go. So the current runs through the trench all the way. Up past Doma. Right over here. To this town. Hop in, you current, you'll be swept straight to Nikea. Too bad our only diving helmet was stolen. Oh, okay. That was interesting little bit of lore, or a little bit of foreshadowing. I wonder where the diving helmet has gone. And now we go to the vault with all the music over here. Oh, did I turn off encounters? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, the good news is that my cousins are fine.
Okay. Good to know that they're fine. Slice. Scratch. And, oh, nobody's shown up.
No one were hurt nor damaged the home.
Okay. Always very good to hear. Scratch. No wrenches. Okay. Let's go. Let's go ahead and use our newly acquired dried meat. What the? What a peculiar child. I am Cyan, and this is Sir Sabin. You Sabin? You Cyan? Me want more food. Sorry, all gone. You go get more for me. You're a regular little munchkin, huh? And you, afraid of me. You want some of this? Me not want hurt you. Stop looking at me like that. Yep. Literally a musclehead versus a feral child. Just gasping and wheezing. You're pretty tough for a little guy. Wah ha ha. That fun you strong. You fall for it, fall for trick. Ah, shut up. Oh dear. Do simmer down, sirs. And thou, O wild one, who might thou be? Thou? Thou. Ooh, you angry.
Hey fellas.
Hey, Zavala. We have a jungle feral child stereotype joining us right now.
Oh no, Biggie is tapped today.
Yeah, I'm tapped today. Yeah, I was tapped yesterday too, but I'm tapped today again because, yeah, pressure swords are a real bitch. I never really, I hate, it's, I don't know if it's a jinx or it's a pattern. Whenever my caretaker takes a day off, I always get a pressure sword. You angry? Cyan, you angry me? Cyan, you angry me?
Oh hello Selvala.
Yep. Listen, his family was just wishy-washy. Okay? Oh. Sorry, I had butted the mic. Me understand, me sorry. Gao not mean person. Water under the bridge. Let us not dwell on such things. Sir Gao, I have a feeling we'll get along quite well. With that forehead, I wonder if Cyan is going to sound like how does Cyan sound like? Patrick Warburton. Hey Peter, wilt thou join us? Ooh, Gao give you present. Gao give Cyan 7 nice present. Thanks for food. Alright. What manner of rubbish do you suppose he's gonna give us? Yeah, with matter of rubbish. Gao's treasure, shiny. How shiny could this junk be? Yeah. Mr. Dao like shiny thing? Mr. Dao's one over there. Shiny thing, huh? Locke's going to be jealous when he hears about this. Who Locke? He bad man? Maybe he tries to steal Gao's treasure? Locke, well, he's listen when someone's listen when someone's talking to you. I believe he's trying to tell us something. Fine, what is it? You're here. Shiny thing here. When Sabin is is that Mobliss? Sign, place, stand, place, river, bring you, Galstan, Crescent Mountain, Moonshaped Mountain, shiny thing there. Well then, shall we be off? How can he tell that the mountain's moon-shaped? Unless he's able to see it from the air? He must have a really vivid imagination to be able to see a mountain with a crescent shape, but if you can't see it from above. Why do you always invite somebody with him like him along? Hooray! Gao Moonwalk! Mr. Dao, hurry up! We're leaving you behind. I told you before, my name is not Mr. Dao. Okay, so here's an explanation of how Gao works. By Kappa. Kappa, here's how to build up Gao skills. 1. During battle, choose Leap, a command that appears only when you're on the belt. Keep fighting on the belt, and eventually Gao will reappear. When he reappears, he will have learned the attacks of the monsters you were fighting when he leapt, as well as those you were fighting when he returned. Whoa! Whoa! Choose Rage to have Gao use any of the attacks that he has learned. And now, please continue your quest. Oh, poor Kappa. And that's Gao in a nutshell. And I've spent... Okay, so he starts off with a few abilities. Like 9. With Zagram and Angel Whisper and Whereas, Belmadar, Silver Bolo, Hornet. Wait. Cartagra? You already have Cartagra? Oh, if you already have Cartagra, then we don't need to look for that in your abilities list, do we? Okay. So let's actually load from here. Yep. And as you can see, we have a bunch of more abilities now. Okay, so you've already learned the Cartagra skills. So the only thing that's left over for you to learn is, yeah, Wild Rat, amongst other things. Okay, 1s, 2s, 3s. Wild Rat, the Scorpion thing, Alacron, and maybe the Guard Leader. Yeah, Foper is kind of nice. Okay, we're gonna Rage again using Stray Cat. We're going to Hadouken. And we're just gonna Fang. We could always come back later to gather more things. I think we're gonna be done for now. And we go to the Crescent Mountain Cave. Cyan! I'm sorry, wrong character. Cyan, that shiny thing of Gauss is in here. Exactly where might it be found, Sir Gao? Go forget. Oh. Shall we look around? Seems like we have no choice. And yeah, let's look around. See what this is. Bonk bonk. Doesn't seem to be over here. What about this little shiny spot? Ooh, too high, too high. A potion. Could it be Sir Gao's treasure? Nope. And what is it, Gao? Did you see something? Whoa! My money pouch! There was like 500 gil in there. Oh, come on, Gao, you grr, Ark. Just let that go for our sakes. And we lost like, oh no, what do we do with the 500 gil out of the 200,000 that we have? And just follow. Oh. Thank you, Evan Bowden, for subscribing on the YouTubes. Hi, buddy. Thanks for the subscription. Feel free to join in, have a chat, redeem some things if you are chatting and enjoying whatever you're doing. So, yeah, we're just playing some good old Final Fantasy VI, and we are playing it from. Oh, there it is. Is this it? The shiny treasure? Treasure, treasure. 'Tis but a dirty glass bowl. Kind of looks like it would fit over your head. Exclamation point. I wonder if I could use this. If we could use this. It might let us breathe underwater. Yep. Alright, let's go. Let's go. This is also a new song coming up, so we'll try to do the music appreciation stuff for these new songs. These rapids look quite, rapid. No kidding. But it's the only way to make it in time, to make up with the others. Oh, Gao's afraid. Of course, it's just rapid water. You can't expect them to swim. Alright, let's go. Hooray for reckless abandon. Can't expect the kid to just jump along. Okay, he jumped along. Okay, here it is. This is the... what theme is this? The theme for the Serpent's Trench. Preemptive Strike. Actinian. Okay, let's go ahead and blitz. Bushido. And we'll rage the Stray Cat. Cat Scratch for lots of damage. That's kind of nice. Okay, 7. Silent Gao. Got that battle on. And it's just always traveling to the right. Keep going right and you'll receive all the items. I'm gonna keep auto battling. Well, we got our Aspiran and Angry form as well. Hooray for the Orphish inspired enemy there. Okay, lots of trumpet in unison. Yeah, this is a little bit different from the original. Wait a minute, that sounds really strange. Why I say it's sounding strange is that the soundtrack is a little bit... it sounds very synthesizer-y rather than just a trumpet. Nice. Okay. Right. Let's go ahead and go to state the config. Now let's look at our boost. Back to 1% XP. And just double gil for now. Stick to the right path. Not a back attack. Yep. Sabin's still aura farming. Wonder if there's a treasure chest here. Okay, there should be. If encounters are still on, yep, let's turn it back on. I see a treasure. Wait, a an area we could move. Okay, good. Hooray for the green beret. Yep. All right, keep going. And we're done, I think. We took the path all the way to Nikeah. Do 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 do. Ray, this leads nowhere. This ferry is bound to South Figaro. We still need to shop. Let's turn on encounters. If I remember correctly, there's not a lot in Nikeah. No, that strange old man lives in a little cabin near the Leth. I've helped deliver his son 13 years ago. Yep. This problem birthed, the mother didn't survive, and the man couldn't handle the loss. What a loony he did. Turned loony he did? Thought his baby was some kind of monster and threw it out. Poor little thing never had a chance. Hey there, handsome young thing. Why don't you come over and have a drink with me, tee-hee? How dare they? Licentious howler, off with thee. Oh, don't be so stick in the mud. Let's just have some fun. Hey, do you like these? I call this one of these. Oh my goodness. Not pulling punches, Final Fantasy. For a moment there, I thought this was Dragon Quest for a moment. Humpty Dumpty. Oh, poor thing's gonna sit. I was gonna say, poor thing's gonna sit on a wall. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay. My goodness. You're being too thin-skinned? Yeah. Thou art unaffected by these charms?
I must go now and do exercise. Bye.
Yeah. Go and exercise, buddy. Health benefits of those. Yeah, health first. One of the benefits of all my years of ascetic training. So he became a Sigma. Don't leave me standing there all alone. You know, for that, a woman should have modesty and the decency. And the red. Oh, Cyan. Yep. Handsome young thing, why don't you come and have a drink with me, Teehee? It's calling him young as well, so. Ships used to sail to the towns of southern continent, San, Albrook, Miranda. All of them have been lost to the Empire, so we could take our sails to South Figaro. Let's go ahead and have a look at some of the shops here. Silver Spectacle, we have plenty of. We could buy some white capes. I mean, what does the fairy ring do? Prevents poison and darkness. Thank you. Armor shop. Hello, welcome. We've got shields, plumed hats, bandanas. Give me a second. Agility -2, huh? I bought all 5 of those. Oh yeah, probably want Magus hat on. Wait. I probably want Magus hat on 2 of you. Kenpogi. Silk robe adds magic. Yeah, these are for our back row casters. Let's see if we have some items that we could buy in the meantime. There's nothing except for maybe smoke bomb. There's also an inn, but we don't need to go to the inn right now. A rock slide blocking a route to the north. Okay. Let's check out weapons. I don't think there's new weapons, right? Yeah, I've got Mithril Cross, Kotetsu, and maybe a spear. Yep, out of my way. Okay. Oh, I see.
Howdy.
Howdy, mana. So we just so when we last left off, what happened was we escaped the Veld through an underwater tunnel, and now our little friend here, Gao, has joined us. I'm just going to turn encounters on so that you could see a little bit on how Gao works in battle. I'm just seeing if there's actually a unique encounter here. If not, we can continue. So Gao here is like a feral beast child. What he does is that he has the ability to learn all of the various different enemies that we encountered so far, but the only place to learn it is in the Veld, which is that area with a drum and beat, like African drums. And once you leapt with him, you could learn all of the various different enemies as abilities. So for example, if I use the stray cat, which is the best physical attacking one, he'll start be using stray cat scratch techniques.
Ah, he is like a blue mage.
Yes, but there is a blue mage in this game though, which is a different. So there's an actual blue mage in this game as well that learns from animals or the beasts in the game. But I do think there's nothing unique in this little island. I'm just thinking if there's actually anything particularly unique about this in this item. Yep. 3-feeder shop. Weapons and relic shops are both very unimpressive. Weapon shop has a mithril spear. Armor shop has silk robes. Item shop has much the normal item shop fare, but smoke bombs. There's a scene to be had in the pub. Okay. Yeah. But you missed a relatively really fun scene earlier. And if you were here, you would have but you weren't here to redeem a bonk, so it's unfortunate. I might create a little bit of a VOD here, but okay.
Curses, I was cooking.
Yep. And I was cooked during the scene. Basically, our friend Cyan here, no, where's Cyan? Cyan here went to the bar, and let me just go to the inn, because if I remember correctly, there's a clock in the inn. Yeah, there's a clock in the inn. Always. But went to the bar, and then basically there's a bar maiden going, "Hey there, handsome. You want to spend some quality time?" Yep. Right here. This one right here. "Handsome young thing, why don't you come have a drink with me, tee-hee?" Yep. And then she talks about, like, "You want to have fun with these? I call this one Humpty and this one Dumpty." And of course, my mind immediately went, I hope, like, immediately, like,
Cyan is a married man, you unscrupulous women.
He's not married, and he's a widow now, right? His wife and child are off to the underworld. Yep, he's in mourning. That's even worse, kind of. But like I said, if you're gonna call them Humpty and Dumpty, I guess she's gonna.
It's too soon to be looking for other women for Cyan.
Yeah, But it's like hopefully I was saying that she calls them Humpty and Dumpty, and maybe because she sits on walls. And it's like, oh, I hope Cyan isn't bricked up amongst all those other horrible jokes to be making. And it was just wishing you were there to bonk, but no one was there to bonk. Let's get on the boat.
Cyan must hit her with the begone thought.
And a bonk stick. And that's the end of Sabin's scenario. Bye, Sabin's scenario. Now she's just throws away. I wonder if there are others who arrived safely. I'm sure they did. Whoa! But yeah. He speaks in Blanca. Okay, time to choose a remaining scenario. And I should have... Okay, so here's the thing. We should have gone with some of the other scenarios first. Okay, let's go with file. Yeah, we should have gone with some of the other scenarios first, for sure. Because if we went with the other scenarios first, then we would have actually been able to have Gao learn more of the enemy skills. Ben and Edgar and Tara ride the rapids towards Narshe, but things, the going won't be easy. And we're back with them on the raft. We're on a boat. Okay, let's go ahead and use tools. We're going to have to auto crossbow. And you're going to keep praying. And we're going to use a lot of fire magic. Single target's fine. Okay, they're leveling up. Wait, did I give like 4 times XP or something? Or maybe they were just so behind on XP anyways. Now let's just let them battle on. Oh no, he's cool now. Cool beans. Okay. Terra, a new one. Okay, let's look at our items. Let's use the eye drops for Edgar. And then we're gonna equip a couple of people. Oh, you can't equip here. Go optimal. You should have Iron Helm and armor. And you have Knight's Code. It's set with a large stone to prevent petrification. But we do have some better things. We have a barrier ring that we could equip. Or a sniper's eye. Or actually a white cape, right? Yep. Knight's Code with a white cape. And we'll go with optimal here. But instead of the iron helm and armor, we're going to go with Magus hat and silk robe. And we're going to go white cape and earring. And for formation, we'll put you back.
The what hat? Oh no.
Wait. Magus? A Magus hat? Okay, you have your mithril spear, iron helm, iron armor, heavy shield. And you have great sword, heavy shield with earrings. And we can head straight up to Narshe. Or I think I'm just going to briefly head to the desert.
Sounds pretty narsh.
Yep. Just so that we are sure to encounter at least the scorpions. Okay, go auto crossbow. Pray. And fire. I want to encounter the scorpion at least once, to be sure.
If we head that way, we are sure to run into some narsh weather.
Okay. Encounters go off. Oh, okay. So you're not allowed to go into the cave. Unfortunate. But yeah, we're going to fight some of these enemy formation types. Just a little. Before turning off encounters. This way, once we return to the Veldt, there's more likelihood that they're going to show up in the battles. There's Narshe here. But we can't just walk in, right? Imperial officer from before. Please, I can explain. Get out of here now, or you regret it. Let's not get hasty here. I'm the King Edgar of Figaro. Liar. Okay. My goodness. And that, my friends, is why I can't stand men. It's like they don't even have ears. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. And of course, we'll head through here. Let's heal spring. And let's just enter Narshe from the entrance we know about. Yep. He filled with something. That's what she said. We need to try to get back to the old man. Yep, that's the thing. We'll turn it... Wait. Just give me a second, right? I'm going to look at some of the guides. Okay. Exocyte. I hardly know her. Choose between these three scenarios. There's 227. And sorry, on last. That's why you could collect more rages. Permadite, Trilobite, and Goat Hair. Okay. Cave Figaro has some new monsters, including the... No, the Edgar scenario doesn't bring you anything new for a good while. More Later River, more overworld map, more Mines of Narsh with the Repo Man and the Were-Rat. When you pass the dungeon where you initially saved Terra from the Narsh guards, Marshal, you come into a dungeon where there are 2 new monsters. Okay. Right, so it's just going to be... How do I say this? Back to Twitch here. I'm gonna boost XP all the way up to 4 and boost the guild as well. We're gonna turn encounters off because there's no need to encounter old enemies here. Man, I love the Narsh theme as well.
It's interesting that there is a button to turn encounters off.
Yeah, it's a quality of life feature. Because definitely there's like it's like a old school, like RPG players, especially old school ones, know that there are times when you just want all the encounters, and there are times when there's no point. Oh no.
Zubats in the cave re.
Okay, this must be the place. Cave they used to test up against the city guards. Seems like this is it. Should be fine if we follow the light. Let's test my memory a bit. Okay. So, round the left, up the middle, round the bottom, up the middle. I think it's round the left, up the middle, down the bottom, up the middle. All right, and I think we should have new enemies now. It's just a bunch of rare rights.
Skinx recently put out a statement about Expedition 33 and saying that, since 33 was such critically acclaimed game, that they will look into doing turn-based RPG combat again.
Yep. Like, it's not the fact that the turn-based RPG stuff is good or bad. It is the fact that the but it's nice to get some of that. But the best in class is that people. Okay, this is my take about turn-based RPGs, right? There are purists who have a lot of fun being able to make the most out of a turn-based RPG, and then you have games that do that in particular, like Bravely Default, Emerald Beyond's combat. Like Emerald Beyond is actually one of the better combat ones here. What's the other one that is pretty amazing as well? Grandia, especially Grandia Extreme. The combat in Extreme is very good. So turn-based RPG combats, there are purists who say that they enjoy the combat aspect. But for me, I think it is being able to play through a game where the narrative makes quite the fair bit of importance. Hey, Kupo. Oh, it's a new song as well, right? Okay. I'm starting to notice a couple of things. First off, this is all synthesized. Even the arrangement. Like, these trumpets are synthesized. So not every song got the same treatment. Huh. Not every song got the full orchestra treatment. Oh, really? That's such a weird choice. Because, okay, so here's the thing about the arrangement, right? I heard this a little bit earlier as well with some of the tracks. But as soon as you get to a certain point, they forego using real orchestral instruments and started using synthesizers. This song is very clearly synthesized. You could hear the, if you listen carefully, you could hear that this tuba is not a real tuba player. This is a guy on a keyboard playing a synthesizer. Even the oboe here is synthesized. That's so weird that there are certain songs that are just synthesized and some that are not. Or maybe they did try the arrangement and it just didn't feel as sharp as playing it on the synthesizer. Okay, so I'm not sure. I'll need to look into this. There might be a limitation on real instruments because there are times when you compose on a synthesizer and then you expect the real instruments to replicate the same thing. But because due to orchestration limitations, it could be something like range or ability to play playability, where it says that no, this isn't something that an actual player could play. So they ended up doing this. The other thing is they went with a more synthetic choice to add to the feel, which we saw in the Chocobo song, definitely, but Kupo, Po, Kupo, Kupo, Kupo. By the way, Kupo. We got a rune blade. Rune blade.
Also, Kyopo.
Yeah. Kupo. Time. Okay. Encounters should be on now. Still these rare rats. fire, yeah. Okay. Is this enough to get back to the guy's house? Baron! Oh, Bannon. King Edgar. And oh, Terra, too. Arvis, how do you stand here in Narshi? How do things stand here in Narshi? Same as always was, the town's neutral. I've tried to convince them to side with the returners, but it's no use. It's no use! Of course, maybe with you and the King Figaro here. King of Figaro, how are the townspeople? Everyone's been a little on edge since the Espers were discovered. Was discovered? Okay. We believe Terra may be able to help us get answers to our questions about the Esper. Well, the townspeople still have plenty of questions of their own. If we approach them in the right way, there's a good chance that they'll agree to let her see it. Oh, by the way, the Esper's name is Tritalk. Amanda, I'm not sure if it's relevant in the Final Fantasy lore at all. Or is it ever re-represented in Final Fantasy 14? That's not what you asked, but this would be the result. Okay, so basically there's a group of enemies that we didn't catch before. What is it? Yep, Edgar's scenario doesn't... When you pass the dungeon where you initially saved Terra from the Narsh Guard Marshal,
I looked
you'll
it up,
come into a dungeon.
and Tritalk is the other name for Valagarmanda, who appears as a major boss in FF14.
Ah, okay. Where there are 2 new monsters. Okay, just give me a second. Let me Alt F4 and get... Wait, is that absolute... Emperor Gustav's racing to acquire the greater magic tech power. Allowed to Empire to continue expanding its magic arsenal. The War of the Magi, the legendary conflict that laid waste to the world. You're saying that it could happen again. I thought humans to be wiser creatures. Okay, so this is not... we will need to head in and do this properly. There's actually some more of the dungeon that we could discover. Wait. Why am I not allowed to boot you up? Okay. Because if you remember correctly, we went over here and Terra fell to the floor. It's so weird. I thought for sure that there's more stuff. Hmm. Am I even supposed to get that Boon Blade?
Oh no, it's Darkside from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Next is Darkside, 3-win monster. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we're supposed to fight this monster formation for a little bit, just for completion. Chara learned Drain. Maybe it's this area that has the new enemies? There we go. Vallejo and Wild Rat.
Evil potato-shaped rat.
Stop missing, damn it. Yaho watashi wa kataze. Let's go quickly to the formation. Is it formation? No, it's configuration. Okay. We didn't get 24. No. Okay, these two are from... no, this one you can get later. This one's from the caves that we forgot. Well, there's the Vallejo and Wild Rat. Yep, those are the two that needs to show up. The other one that didn't show up is... let's see if we could see him somewhere. These are bosses. Guard leader. That's weird. Ah, I guess darkness. And the other two are non-bestiary encounters.
Weird.
There are a couple of non-bestiary counters. There are Doberman, which could only be found there. This is another enemy that could only be fought here. Yep, these are the ones. Yukar, Yot, Spectre, and Darkside. Fire, fire, yeah. Let's try again. But that's all the bestiary needs. Left, up, middle, down. Oh. Did I do this wrong? I must have at some point. Yeah, that's correct. Go left. Up the middle. Down. Yep. I mean, I did it first time. Left. Here, up the middle. All the way up here. Oh, goodness. Okay, wait a minute. I think I screwed up here as well. Did I screw up here as well? Oh. Damn it. Okay, give me a second. Oh my goodness. Okay. We should not have picked up the rune blade at all. Okay. This is actually a significant point here. Where's our load? That's what she said. Oh, do we need to redo this? I think we need to redo this. It's just so long though. The thing is, once we picked up, because we accidentally picked up the rune blade, and we should not pick up that blade. I keep forgetting that you do not pick up treasure items. The reason being is that during the late game, if you come back to the caves and you didn't actually open the treasures yet, the treasure becomes better. And I just, for the life of me, didn't remember that. I should have remembered that.
Lesser Lapras.
Yeah.
That don't look like a Pokemon.
But that's why it's lesser. It does look like a Pokemon, but a different one. It's like, I keep needing to remind myself to avoid treasures. And we've already screwed up as well during Locke's quest by not avoiding the treasure. And given up on a much better item later down the game, and down the road in the game. Now we're going to do a simple encounter for a couple enemies that we did last time. Just for the scorpion in the desert. We don't need... Okay, fine. Not from the back. Fire, fire, yeah. Okay, encounters go off. Okay, try again. What else is happening? I lost all my viewers. Okay. Nobody on the tubes. Like, there's nobody here. So, it's either the thumbnail not working, or maybe YouTube just doesn't like, or, you know what, I feel kind of out of touch.
This in theme keeps making me think I left FF14 open.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like, for me, give me a second while I shuffle along here. I feel like out of touch. I thought Final Fantasy is like to me it's like so much more ubiquitous than something like Warhammer. But now I feel like, oh, it's just not as so it's nowhere not nearly as attracting an audience as oh, look at that level ups. Like the audience is nowhere near as big as Warhammer.
Warhammer is the current hotness in the nerd hobby community right now.
I guess. Like Final Fantasy is out not out there anymore, and what's not out there anymore?
Wait until a new Final Fantasy gets announced.
And what's the thing being said? Even with Final Fantasy and Magic the Gathering popping up, and it feels like it feels like Final Fantasy is such an icon to me that I feel it feels like not being like it fading out of relevancy is just something that I, you know, and it's kind of like a mental disconnect of how big Final Fantasy versus Warhammer is in comparison. I'm not surprised, for example, like Pokemon being like culturally relevant. Like if I were to play like Pokemon right now, definitely I'll get some sort of, my channel's gonna get quite a fair bit of views. Because it's so much more relevant now. And now we're failing to get the friggin' other enemies, other ghosties. Better.
I think Final Fantasy is a high-low sort of thing. When new Final Fantasy stuff gets announced, it gets really hype. But as soon as the hype goes down, it really goes cold until the next big FF thing.
I see.เรียกมาขอจิบกาแฟอีกหน่อยเด้อ Default speed go walk, encounters off. Much better. Okay. Now we ignore the blades.
Also with something like Warhammer, it's consistent with what you are getting. Final Fantasy, you have to consider which one a person has actually played, since they are so different with different talking points.
Yeah. Like nothing makes me feel older than playing. Actually, nothing makes me feel older than playing Final Fantasy. Nothing quite makes me feel like this, because I have to keep remembering that this game is 31 years old. It's 31 years old. And it's like, oh, this was already very, very good. And this is just so... okay, let me just check. I forgot to re-equip everybody, right?
Honestly, watching you play makes me hype enough to go play it for myself as well as other Pixel Final Fantasies.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Terra, Edgar, equipment, formation. Yeah, so that should do. Rest for a bit. Right, so next up should be the Battle of Figaro already. And I remember some of this. I think this is the first time we could see some Terra going in. And you know, playing through Final Fantasy VI now, I feel like it's because I've been playing things like Unlimited Saga for so long that I seem to forget how quick or how succinct RPGs could be and how it could feel like. Like for example, like right now, because I've been I'm used to the long grind. I feel like the Final Fantasy is a little bit too quick, even. They're not asking you to spill their blood for you. That's not what we asked. But it will be the result. You're absolutely right. Bannon, we're asking you to spill your blood. Emperor Cristal is racing to acquire ever greater Magitech power. That's the reason he wants the Esper that was discovered here. If we allow the Empire to continue expanding its Magitech arsenal, history's greatest mistake will be repeated.
The solution is to play a grindier Final Fantasy. Break out FF8 LOL.
I think Final Fantasy VIII is... how do I say this? I think there's it's not that it's grindier. It is, but you certainly can yeah, there's the min-maxingest Final Fantasy, definitely. Where you need to figure... No, if you want a Final Fantasy...
FF8 is anti-grind because enemies scale with you.
Yeah. Exactly. You have to min-max Final Fantasy VIII. And the other thing that you get is... no, if you want the most stupidest, grindiest thing is Final Fantasy II, because your HP scales when you're hit, so you just go around the game hitting each other, like punch your friends. If only humans could be wiser. Hooray! 7, you're all right. Alright.
Punch friend to build resistance to swords.
Yep, what have you been brought you along? Yep. I'm Cyan, a warrior of the kingdom of Doma. Whoa, go! And I'm just a Blanca clone. Yep, the Empire offed everyone in Doma, down to the last child. Kefka poisoned them. Barbaric. Elder. But that was because Doma was collaborating with the Returners. As long as Narshi remains neutral, we have nothing to fear from the Empire. Think again. Yep. Lock. The Empire is poised to attack Narshi as we speak. Yeah. What? Locke, where did you manage to get your hands on information like that? Celeste here was one of the Empire's So it's her. I thought she looked familiar. Sir Gao, step aside. The infamous General Celeste. The woman single-handedly responsible for the sack of Miranda. Stand and meet thy judgment, Imperial Wench. Wait! They don't love you like I love you. Celeste has promised to join the returners. She's fighting on our side now. But be that as it may, I promise I'll protect her and I won't give up a woman I've sworn to protect. Damn! Look, you still haven't gotten over that, have you? Hooray! History! I also was an Imperial soldier. What? The two former mages, all former Imperial soldiers. Empire's evil doesn't mean all of its citizens are. Yep, its ideals are evil, I guess. I'm going to have to defer to my brother on this one. The double thumbs up. The Empire's marching on Narsh. We don't have long. Like I said. Oh, I don't care what you have to do. Just get me that Esper. I would have thought that Kefka, of all people, would have been riding the Magitech armor or have somebody carrying him in the Magitech armor. Kefka, sir, what about the civilians? What about them? Kill them all. But sir, Narsh is a neutral city. Idiot. Read my lips. Lip mercy for wimps. No, read my lips. Mercy is for wimps. There's a reason the oppose rhymes with this pose. If they're in your way, kill them. March! Okay.
If this were 3D, he would probably be prancing like in Dissidia.
Yes. It seems like the choice has been made for us. Let us make ready for war. They're here for the Esper. We moved it up to the cliffs above the valley. Alright. That's where we'll make our stand. Okay. Locke has a complicated past. Don't go falling for him now, thinking he'd be protecting you out of the love back there. Thanks for your concern, but I'm a soldier, not some love-star twit. Oh, great. So much for my next suggestion. Poor Edgar. Striking out already with Terra, now with Celeste. Terra, would think we'd meet again like this. You can use magic too, can't you? But it's different from mine. I was raised to be an Imperial Magitech Knight. When I was still very young, I was artificially infused with magic. Is it possible for you to love other people? Huh? Are you mocking me? Yeah. Do not think even for a moment that I trust thee. Fine. Use your own eyes and see for yourself which side I'm on. Alright. And here it is. Let's save. This is the biggest battle of this. Let's save this file. If I remember correctly, then you have this to revitalize health. Okay, we're gonna go with Magus hat and silk robe. And we're going to go with earrings and... I guess white cape. And you have the Genji's glove and Knight's code. Let's optimize you. Ribbon and hyper wrist is fine. You're already optimized. Buckler, Kenpogi, hyper wrist. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna have to split into 3 groups, right? Again, let's save. Okay, here it is. Protect the Esper from Kefka. Like an explanation, yes. You fight using 3 different parties. Use the L button to switch between them. Defeat Kefka before his men reach Bannon or the battle is lost. After you made 3 parties on the party formation screen, select Done to start the battle. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. Let's divvy up the mage units. The third magic user is actually Gao. Gao's the strongest unit here, so he's should definitely be part of 1 unit. Question is, do we divvy up these guys?
So 2 parties of 2 and 1 party of 3?
It should be 2 parties of 2 and 1 party of 3. Or we could make sure we get whatchamacallit. Give me a second. That's 7 scenario. The Battle of Narsh. Yep. So at this point, is your task to make preparations for battle. You begin as Terra. Okay, so Green Beret should go to Celeste and Terra last. Since the Magus hat is a decent enough alternative, everything else should mostly straightforward. Front row characters, especially Gao, should be given preference for defensive equipment. Since they'll take much more damage. Okay, Locke is the one who's going to suffer the most. Who's going to be one of the off characters. Decide on your parties. There are 2 main strategies. Either go balance them out, or 1 strong party and then just do the bulk of the fighting. Need to use 1 party. The latter strategy is the approach I recommend. Yep. Edgar is your best character right now. Bioblaster wipes out the most common formation in 1 second. Auto crossbow deals heavy damage to the others. Noise blaster is nice, but Gao is nothing short of a powerhouse. Celeste is superior to Terra as a healer, but due to her runic ability being helpful in certain battles, the item less healing will always welcome, and there's no exception. So Terra is Celeste without runes. Locke's only real value is to steal. His damage is subpar as a and requires friends, but Cyan's really a pretty bottom of the barrel here. So 7 offer you nice single target damage, Lex in multi-target damage, unless you power levels for rise for skills. He's good enough character. Okay, obvious that it's Celeste, Edgar, Gao should be in that party. It'll be a primary battle group. The 4th slot is trickier because Terra could be used for cure, 7 could be used for blitz. I think if you want better offense or moderately poor offense with extra healing. Okay, so this is not the best choice. The best choice is go Gao, Celeste, and Edgar. And now it's either just Sabin, or it's going to be either Sabin or Terra for the next party member. Locke and Cyan to the side. Okay. I do prefer the versatility of, well, actually, let's go with Sabin. If I remember correctly, Terra won't be with us for a little while, so yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, let's confirm. See here. Oh, there he is. Okay, there's a bunch of enemies. Get those vile insects. You hold out here. Switch parties with B.
This is a neat segment.
Yes, it is. Give me a second. Do 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 do. It like I said, it's real weird that like later in the soundtrack you get various different things. Go Blizzard, Rage, Stray Cat, Blitz, Aura, Tools, go Bio. Okay. Aura farming.
I like the mask that Edgar puts on when using Bio Bluster.
Yep. And apparently there are some times where the not the aura cannons. There are some times when he uses certain items. If it's a crit, yep. There we go. Sabin learned Rising Phoenix. And let's look at the status here. Not status, abilities. Hooray! Rising Phoenix! Looking at this, unleashes a flurry of blows. Like JoJo reference. Holy energy. Hurls a single enemy to the ground. Engulfs all enemies in rising flame. So, yeah, definitely an importante. But we're gonna go with making everybody level 15 first before, you know, let's go actually just config here. We don't need that much XP. Okay, Edgar leveled up anyways. Damn it, you're too strong, Edgar. Thanks for letting Imp Celeste. Rising Phoenix! Is that a Naruto reference? Or Naruto reference that's more like.
Or is it a JoJo's reference?
Like the friggin' punches are a JoJo reference. Cat scratched. Rising Phoenix! Bioblaster, I hardly know her. Fidor? Or Fedor? No effect. Rising Phoenix. Arise. Arise, Phoenix, arise. You're the last one? Go, kitty. Them cat scratching. Okay, that should be everybody. We can now head to well, you're certainly having plenty of fun. Pills Rider, I hardly know her. I actually just... You probably need to be suplex. Suplex the rider. Nice. Okay. We have remedied the situation. Now we quick save. Hi, Kefka. Q down up X. Go rage. Suplex the Kefka. Oh, suplex doesn't work on you. Oh, come on, I runicked. Potion. Wait, antidote?
We can suplex a train but not Kefka. That means Kefka is heavier than a train.
Yes. Chonky boy's chonky. But he's acceptable to aura farming. Nope. We're just gonna keep aura farming. And crossbowing the autos. Grr, don't think you've won! And off he goes. Peace ring? Did he just peace out? I won't forget this. Where's the Esper? Is it alright?
There is an optional raid in FF14 that allows you to fight Kefka as a boss.
Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. Whew, the Esper is safe. It also appears to be alive. Is that possible though? That's not true. Chera, what is it? Oh. No! Terra and the Esper sitting in the tree. They're reacting to each other. Oh, this song. Finally, a real instrument being played. I love the effect that playing the piano simultaneously with the oboe here, because it has a basically a combination of sound, or to be more specific, timbre. And it feels like eerily incomplete. You expect the oboe to decay, like the sound of the oboe to decay, with the woodwind instrument to decay, but because of the piano note not being sustained, it feels something's off about the instrument, and it cuts off, like here. And over here, this is again the harp, using the attack of the harp along with the flute makes it sound unnatural, otherworldly, because of the combination of instrument isn't usually heard. And you could hear things like flute and oboe interchanging. Like earlier was flute, right? And now it's oboe with the harp. Here's the piccolo, along with the piano. Really a nice and unsettling the way of actually doing this. Did you say something? Please, tell me. Who am I? Who? You're an owl. Terra! The Esper is responding to her. Terra, I hardly know her. Get away from that thing. Wait. Whew. Wow, that Banshee's wail. That was not in the original game, was it? Was that Banshee wail not in the original game, or is it? And here she is over Narshe. She's flying all over.
Spooky.
Yep. And you look at the map on top.
She has turned into cotton candy.
Yes. She's turned floofy. And you get to have a look at an unfamiliar part of the world map as a clue of where you need to go and do next to find her. I still don't know if it's oboe or bassoon. It does sound like bassoon, though. Just really high bassoon. Or it's just really low oboe. Where's Terra? She turned into a something and flew off. She looked like an Esper, right? Locke, are you okay? Something happened to Terra. There must be a connection between her and the Esper. We need to find her. Witnesses said that he went streaking westward. That's one way of calling it after all her clothes disappeared. Damn it, game. We've got to hurry. I promised I'd protect her.
At the Determined Tack, you successfully redeemed Bonk for 10
Locke,
LP.
let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Empire will be back again for that Esper, and someone needs to protect Bannon. She is a former Imperial soldier, but still, we must help her. Let's split up. Those who aren't searching for Terra will stay here to guard against further attacks. Figaro Castle can shuttle the others to the western province. It shouldn't be hard to track down Clutches and Colignan or Jador as to Terra's whereabouts. Give me a second. Let me double check on what party members is recommended here. Okay, we also got all those various different things. Okay. There's new overworld map monsters now. Vultures and red fangs. On the plains and Overgronk in the forest. Fossil Fang lives in the desert, but he's quite the opponent, so you might not want to mess with him right now. Further down the south, there's Iron Fist and Mind Candy to travel to Zozo. Okay, we've completed the battle to Narsh. Now, what does the Peace Ring do? Peace Ring is... No... Berserker Confuse. Yep. Okay, be sure to meet at least one of each of the above listed enemies before fighting Kefka. All of them can only be fought here and have bestiary entries except for Kefka himself. And have rages for Gao. Yep. Okay. Okay, so you could actually steal a Mithril Vest, but when it gets Kefka, you receive a game over. Yep. Okay, there's the Onion Rider trick. So there's actually an exploit from this if you actually bring in Locke and then kept stealing from the Hell Rider. Getting Mithril Vest and Elixir repeatedly by engaging him with Locke, using Steel, and Locke, along with anyone else in the party, will be backing Abandon with 1 HP. So you could actually repeatedly heal him if you're so thieving over and over. Yep. Okay, at this point, Charo will have left you. Edgar's your best, though most powerful character right now. Though not the most powerful character. Yep, his tools are still strong, and he'll be able to get new ones near the future. Gao is nothing short of a powerhouse right now, with the strongest attacks of anyone at this point. By a long shot, if well trained, Gao more than makes up for his lack of combat English language skills with his combat prowess. Sabin offers nice ST, and Rising Phoenix, yep, is high MT damage. Sabin, pretty easy choice to tagging along. Locke's only real value here is his steel. His damage is subpar and requires something like Genji Glove to be remotely viable. Even then, still beaten by Edgar and Gao by huge margins. There's some nice steals coming up, so bring him along is not a bad idea. Celeste is effectively a pure healer at this stage of the game. Item less wielding hailing is always welcome. That's pretty much all she can do well right now. Cyan's really bottom of the barrel. Okay, so he's kind of meh right now. Shadow is also available, but taking a 3-headed party and speaking to him is an upcoming town. Okay, it's just worth it. He's due to his penchant to ditching you at inappropriate moments. MTM is extremely strong, but costs up to 500 gil a pop. Yep. Best to just leave him and bring a 4-headed party. Okay. Assumingly a decently raised Gao, the first 3 slots of your team are pretty easy. Edgar, Sabin, Gao. These 3 will wipe formations clean with ease. For your 4th slot, we have Locke, Celeste, Cyan, and Shadow left as options. Cyan is too weak. Shadow's too much of a liability. Comes down to Steel versus Healing. Healing is marginally better. You also see restorative items that you could use. But Cure, that has the advantage of being multi-target, will lean towards Locke. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of things you could shop for in Narshe. Okay. So there's that. Okay, I'm just looking if there's anything that's missable. Okay, there's nothing too missable right now, but I'll go ahead and...
You hitting up those old game FAQs?
Yes, I am. I'm looking at game facts. Okay, like I said, these three are the given, and now it's a matter of bringing whoever want to bring along. Lock? I prefer Lock. It's a bit of a sausage fest, but that's fine. Protected the Frozen Esper and ousted Imperial troops. Okay, we're going to unequip everybody else, I guess. If we go remove all and optimal. Yep, that's fine. And again, you go remove all and then optimal. Yep. And you could talk to Cyan. Do thy best to save Terra. Turn to a ball of light and shot away to the west, perhaps somewhere at Figaro Castle. Did you just take a nap there, Bannon? The future of the world is in your hands. And now we actually have a chance to go shopping in Narshi. Right? No, nothing in this clock. Right, so Mithril Shield, strict upgrades. Let's go ahead and buy 4 for now, or 6. I have too much money. We have Magus hats, we have bandanas, and Iron Helm, which is a bit of a downgrade to the Green Berets, right? And we also have Iron Armors equipped, that's fine. Having a Knight's Code is fine.
Ubisoft's response to the Stop Krilling Games movement is to say that they want gamers to terminate their copies of their Ubisoft games that no longer receive support.
Yeah. Relatively, whatchamacallit, tone deaf as usual. Okay, you could wear sprint shoes, maybe. No, actually, I'm not a fan of sprint shoes. You already have a ribbon, so...
At this point I call it malice. They are unhappy that they had so many flops and had to sell out to Tencent, so now they are on the FR customers and F video games train.
Hermes sandals. Yep. Yep, incompetence heading all the way into malice.
Also, the European Video Game Union is trying to lobby against Stop Krilling Games movement.
Yeah,
the
it
biggest
is.
members of this union are Ubisoft, EA, and Activision.
Yep. They also had a pretty well, at the very least, let the dude who started the movement present his case and make sure that the misinformation spread by the lobbying group isn't actually spread more. I mean, if you read the information pamphlet, it's just the information that they wrote down, the 5 pages of it, it's just all the same thing that Mr. Irate Software said. Spring shoes, jeweled ring, fairy's ring.
It's all malarkey.
Yeah, barrier, mithril. Okay, nothing here. Oh, hokey cokey. Okay. Great sword is mithril call. We have kotetsu. We have spear. We have air knife. We have a chain flail. Oh my goodness. A flail for her. But mooring blade. Very good. I remember mooring blade being good from the back row. Mooring, moon ring. So we can move you back. We could maybe even move Edgar to the... No, Edgar is actually shielding, so... Yeah, Locke could be a back row attacker. And if I remember correctly, the inn has a clock with an elixir in it. Oh, just give me a second. I'm getting a phone call. From my physiotherapist. So give me a second. ฮัลโหลครับพี่ตีโทษทีครับน่าจะไลฟ์อยู่ใช่ไหมครับใช่ครับจะเข้ามาวันนี้เหรอครับใช่ครับคือตอนนี้เข้ามาถ้าเกิดเข้ามาวันนี้อาจจะได้แค่ยืดขานะครับตอนนี้มีแผลที่ก้นเหรอครับใช่ฮะเพราะว่าผมน่าจะเข้าไปได้วันนี้นะครับเพราะว่าวันพฤหัสน่าจะติดโอเคงั้นเข้ามาวันนี้ก็ได้ครับเดี๋ยวลองยืดดูแล้วก็ลองดูกายภาพอย่างอื่นดูถ้าทำได้แล้วกันนะฮะได้ครับผมครับขอบคุณมากครับพี่ดีครับสวัสดีครับOkay. There's just my therapist confirming that he's going to come today. Okay, let's go. Trying. Where is it? Where's my headphones? Give me a second. My right headphones not popping in เรียมฮะเดี๋ยวช่วยใส่หูฟังให้หน่อย Okay. Let me double check where the elixir is. เสร็จแล้วเดี๋ยวนั่นให้ด้วยนะฮะกาแฟ ขยับขาให้นิดนึงนะฮะ Weapon. Okay, with everything else is sold. Not using lock to do damage though, so it's safe to skip the chain flail as crap, so it's useless. Meanwhile, the armor shop is Mithril shields. Ignore the item shop. With Edgar leading your party, you could buy items much cheaper very soon. Okay. Elixir in the clock in the Elder's house, the northwest one. The southeastern house holds a vein of treasures. Okay. Yep. By the way, okay, let's have a look to talk to the elder. To be honest, I'm still not sure what I should do. I want to avoid the war, but the war came to you, so... Elixir, we hardly know her. Anything over here? And, yes. No. And then there's a treasure house down in the southeast. Okay. That looks like the House of Treasures. What is being said? The chest in the back corner is the only one that's locked. Wonder if there's a way to open it. Hyper wrist, thieves bracer, reflect ring, earring, thieves knife, 5,000 gil. Thieves bracer is agility +5. Reflect ring casts reflect on you. Barrier ring is a +2 to magic. Thieves knives is just more agility. Okay. Giving more information. The Thieves' Knife causes the user to randomly use the Mug command, in other words, steal while attacking. Adds 10% to evasion and magic evasion. It was nice if you're using Lock to steal. Doubles your level for stealing purposes, making steal attempts more likely to succeed. Clock. Yep. Well, the south is House of Invaded Treasures. Chest with 5,000 gil. Earring, Thieves' Knife, Reflecting, Thieves' Bracer, Hyper Wrist. Make a return trip to the Veld to give Gao some new rages. This isn't recommended because there will be much more useful time to do this long hike in a while. Okay. Head to South Figaro.
We have the reckless himbo Sabin, the feral child Gao, the actually responsible but also womanizer Edgar, and the sneaky rebel Locke.
Yep. It's just a D&D party. Yep. So a monk. This is typically your average D&D party, isn't it? There's always a rogue. There's always a friggin' monk. There's always that druid. There's always a druid. And there's also that dude who plays artificer. Homebrew artificer that's broken. Man, I'm gonna wait until Baldur's Gate 3 hits a few years from now, where it's gets its something like 50% off. And then probably
Artificer lamp shading as Bard LOL.
Yep. Encounters off. Okay. Oh wait, do we have new encounters? Back attack. No, no nums. Okay, we're gonna go Blitz and use Rising Phoenix. Okay. Yo, watashi wa kataze. If I remember correctly, that you could get the machinist discount as well. Fire, fire, yeah. Yahu watashi wa kataze. Oh yeah, this is just like old times. We're gonna wander around for a little bit. Oh. Oh yeah, I remember now that there's actually a few cutscenes. I can't take money from the king. But yeah, now you could, this goes half price. Gonna buy a flash. And we have a drill that pierces the heavens. Used with the tools command. Of course we do. Thank you. And you go here and say, hey, do you mind letting me buy stuff? Yeah, and we could buy high potions at half price. We could buy others. I mean, why not? And we have so much money. And we could buy Phoenix Downs at like so little. You would have holy water. For pennies, right? Take your time, relax within the castle. I wonder where Sabin's gone. Maybe he came up here. Is that the... I can't remember. There's a coin flip cutscene to add more to the lore. Oh, yeah. There's the throne that he's given up. Kelso hasn't changed much. And it's interesting because you didn't need to bring Sabin along at all. And most of the stuff is the kind of thing that you'll get from exploring with different characters. And yet it's so different. Mom and Dad are gone, and nothing can ever really be the same. Not after what happened. Tonight, worse he's been, son. So, if he should, yeah. It's not true. Priestess, the king, he's... Sabin! Sabin! Hi, Flute. One of the few times a man could cry the death of his parents. Dad didn't make it. Edgar, there you are. Your father just said he wouldn't trust Figaro to the two of you. Those were his final words. You all make me sick. Everyone's saying that the Emperor has Dad poisoned. And the only thing any of you can think about is who's the next king. No one's ever even sad. None of you probably cared when Mom died. Oh, wow. Sabin, you're just lashing out, buddy. It's not very healthy. You're not gonna get away with this. A bunch of crows. Priestess, leave us. Yep. Just different ways of coping. You know what? Let's leave this place. Forget this crazy kingdom. Live our lives how we want to. You said you didn't want to be a king either, right? Huh, I left for freedom, huh? What do you think would happen to Figaro if the both of us left? There'd be no one to take care of the throne. Dad was counting on us to take care of the kingdom. Well, Sabin, let's settle this with a toss of a coin. Dad gave me this one. Heads you win, tails I win. The winner chooses whether the path he wants. No regrets, no hard feelings, okay? Here we go. I can't remember if this was a double-headed coin or something. And you chose your freedom. It's all been 10 years. It's already been 10 years. Little shrimp has grown into a whopping lobster. And you're a king crab. It does look like a lobster and crab duo, doesn't it? Do you think Dad would be proud of me? Don't you ever doubt that. I'm sure he's beaming with pride, wherever he is. 10 years. Where's the time gone? Man, I feel the same way since my accident. Where's the time gone? 7 years. Couple of confused grown-ups. Yep, drink. And here's to Dad. To Mom and to Figaro. And as we rest, that's pretty much it. Okay, so there's that. And as we head to Figaro Cave. Yep. Tool shop for the flash and drill. Mostly for later use, though it damages power blaster, even if the latter hits with the weakness and inflicts blind. Yep. This may seem pricey, but we call it Edgar Party Leader. Yep. 50%. Yep, to continue the game to the entrance, just go down to the left stairs, speak to the man, tell him you want to go to Kolingen. Yep. But now we should have new enemies, right? Bloodfang and Fossil Dragons. Right. Okay, let's run around outside for a little while. And like I said, let's go ahead and config a little bit. 0.5 XP.
Configuro, if you will.
Yep. Okay. Look at that potion commotion. And the phoenix is rising. Okay. I'm gonna walk around for a little bit more and see if we have actually more enemies. Or is that a lie? Because it seems like a lie. And I also wonder if we have access to South Figaro or not. Or is that still blocked? No longer blocked. So I'm going to walk around in this cave for a little bit to unlock Cartagena. Yahwatashi wa kataze. Come on, new enemy type. We need one of you, please. Bonk, bonk. Ooh, wait a minute. I forget. There's something we could actually do. Now that we bought some new items. Blitz. Yeah, we could use Rising Phoenix. And Rage. We have tools. We actually have Flash now. Ah. We have one enemy missing, so come on. Flash. Say cheese. Savior of the universe. Do 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 do. Even though, yeah, I know what the reference is. We're very old. There is the Cartagra, finally. Stole the antidote. Yaho watashi wa katase. Do we have the friggin' dragons? Or do we have to cross a continent? It does look like we have to cross a continent to look and find the new dragons. Can I go down? Sorry, can't let you go down there. It's too dangerous. But let's go to Kolingen. Down, down, down we go. And our castle dove. And look at where we are. We're somewhere new now. With a bunch of new enemies everywhere. Have a safe trip. See you next fall. Okay. I thought we were gonna start seeing new enemies. You lied to me. Watashi wa katase. What's up here? Hey, Blood Fangs. Okay, let me just have a look at the new items. Not new enemies. Okay, we have Wild Rat. Vulture, Red Fang, over Grunk, Fossil, but this is the Red Fang done. I'm just making sure that Vapor, I think that's what the other dude's name is. Actually, I'm just keeping track of the various different units we need to encounter. And not only add to the bestiary, but to have him be... Oh, hi, dried meat. What's this? Is it a chocobo stable? Dragon's Neck Cabin. Why can't let the world become too peaceful? We can't let the world become too peaceful. People shine their brightest when they're at war. Wait, what? My Colosseum will be a monument to the glory of the battle. No one's gonna ever help me. Okay. Just so you know, that is a bit of a foreshadowing about the late game. We got ourselves a hero's ring? Not magic. Okay, boost both physical and magical attack power, so we could give that to Locke, certainly. But I'm gonna give Thieves Bracer because this improves his ability to steal. This reduces his attack, but has a chance to mug. But no, let's not.
Apparently there is talks about rebooting Winx Club and Code Lyoko.
Winx Club? Code Lyoko? I don't know any of those things. And I do believe this is a chocobo forest. Choco stable. You can go chocobo. Doot 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 doot. As fun as the chocobo ride is, we don't need it.
Winx Club was a show about fairy girls, and Code Lyoko, pronounced Lyokeo, was an oddly messed up kids cartoon.
I remember Winx Club, kind of. That it is like, yeah, Fairy Girls. But I thought Winx Club was spelled W-I-N-X or something. Right? Or some other way of spelling it poorly. Okay. Not the Paraladia. Paraladia. Soul of Gold Needle. The Phoenix is rising. Hi, Potion. Okay.
Basically, Code Lyoko is about a group of kids who have to delve into the digital space to fight an evil computer entity named Zantac. The kids,
Yep.
when in the digital world, are like superhero versions of themselves.
Ah, okay. Hunting Hound, Bounty Man, Vulture. Okay, so let's have a look at the new enemies. Grass Enforcer on Kolingen, the Vulture. Iron Fist, Forest near Kolingen. Blood Fang, Grass around Kolingen. Rock Wasp. Overgrown. Okay, so we're going to remove Mind Candy. For some odd reason, actually, that makes a lot more sense because to call it Rock Wasp, because or the original Japanese, the original translation for some odd reason called it Mind Candy and Overgrunk. Pull the lever, Overgrunk. But there's a Mind Candy. We still need Vulture, Fossil Fang, and Iron Fist. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, that's...
It was mostly episodic, with each episode not really tying into each other. Even a story did gradually get told. Each episode Zanta would do some evil in the human world and the kids had to enter the digital space to fight his minions and traverse to a location I think was called the source that the kids would use to basically reset the damage that Zanta did and replay that day, but without the evil stuff happening.
Sounds interesting. Vulture, we hardly knew her. Go ahead and just stray cat here. With the cat scratch of the Rising Phoenix. Ah. Yeah, walk around the desert here. So we need the Vulture, the Dragon, and the Karate dudes. Calling in. Doom, 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 doom. A strange glowing creature flew right through here, scared the living daylights out of me. Took us off southward towards Jador. Oh! And we have an option of recruiting Shadow as well. We meet again. leave me alone. But to be fair, even though we could recruit Shadow, the issue is that Shadow is not very reliable. He's an assassin.
The show was rather messed up as it didn't shy away from showing people just straight up perishing from Xantaz's actions. In fact, multiple times did at least one of the kids get perished by Xantaz's evil, only for the others to reset everything back to normal. There was even an episode where Xantaz took possession of all transportation and was causing vehicle crashes all over the place.
Wow. Younger brother's a bit eccentric, lives alone up north and says he's going to build a coliseum or something such nonsense. Locke, is that you? Have you stopped by Rachel's house?
French cartoons are wild.
Oh yeah, it's okay. That makes sense. Used to live in the house up there. No one lives there anymore though. Aww. We get to hear about Locke's past now, maybe? Okay, shuriken, and we have a choice of some scrolls. Okay. Okay, I think we already have most of these, right? The only thing is Twisted Headband for more agility. But I think it's just strictly worse than the Green Berets. And you could just buy most of these in Figaro for less. Saw Pretty Light, it came here and everyone else was afraid, but I kind of liked it. The innocence of a child. Was it really a monster? It stopped right in front of my eyes. Of my little girl. I could see it had gentle eyes. Hi, Locke. I couldn't protect her. Oh no! I forgot that this was a thing. Of course. Yeah, this is the minor version of the Locke's theme, right? Yeah, I always appreciate when songs replay the same motif but in different keys. Okay, and we could hear the strings building in the background as you do. Less is more with this kind of song. Strings, harp. Ah, my goodness. And of course, the friggin' oboe comes and steals the scene as well. Yep. Arrangers love their oboes, I guess. Ooh, that key change. And now the theme played again with the oboe and flute. And questioning and answer. Back and forth between oboe and the flute. And now the flute, maybe? No, still the oboe. Oh yeah, it's gonna still be the oboe because the flute's gonna take the melody. Yeah. It's almost your... That's supposed to be an amazing treasure hidden somewhere in this mountain. We're gonna find it. Look! Look out! Rachel! Rachel, are you awake? I can't remember anything. And that's why Locke has an aversion to girls with amnesia. That immediately, that's why he has a reaction with Tara having amnesia.
Ooh, sadness.
Yeah, ooh, sadness. Get out of my house! It's your fault Rachel lost her memory. Wait, just please, let me talk to her. Please, just go away. Oof. I don't know who you are, but my parents get upset wherever you come here. Oh, man. Like, that's the worst, right? Rachel would be better off without you hanging around, Locke. She's gonna make a new start of it. Oh, that is the worst. With you here, she can't even do that. Dude, worst advice ever, but oh well. A year went by, and when I finally returned, I found out that Rachel had been... Oh, man. That's the worst, isn't it? It's just like, okay, maybe I should give her some distance so she could... Yeah. Ooh. Oof. This game is sadness on a stick. It's just sadness everywhere.
Gosh dang sad backstories.
Yes. I never should have left her side. I failed her. Give me an elixir for my troubles. Darn it. It's like, so sad, I'm gonna rob her house.
An elixir to drown the pain.
Yep. Before she passed away, she said, if a man named Locke returns, please tell him I love him. Aww. It's my dream to see an opera at the Opera House south of Jador, with a handsome date, of course. I get all dolled up, put on the sequin, sequin. I don't know how to pronounce that. Best stay away from that house on the eastern edge of town. Crazy old guy for his shady concoctions. Even heard he's got a ghost in his basement. A ghost? In the basement? Oh, we gotta spot that now. Anything? Anything? I do see a door in the back, but I guess we'll go to the basement. Ooh, look, it's been a while. Ages even. Ooh, that worry not about. With your treasures quite safe. Yep. My goodness. Are we through? Finished? All done? Yep. It's a good thing it happened to perfect my herbal concoction right when the girl hasn't aged a day, and never will. Use my herbs, it did. Couldn't very well refuse with you begging like that. Rachel. You sure this stuff will work? Of course, the love of your life will sleep here just like this forever. And ever and ever and ever and ever. Well, there's a way to call her spirit back? A way to call her back, eh? You mean like that legendary treasure? Oh yes, I suppose if you had that, you might be able to reawaken her. I failed her. But yeah. So there's that. There's the little bit of hope. She's in stasis, right? Kind of. Man. We don't know if she's in stasis or if she's has what's equivalent of like being embalmed or whatever. It is like, yeah. Super sad. We need to look for these dragons. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, maybe you should some use of some Phoenix Downs and Phoenix Risings. Yep, there's a dragon somewhere in here, I think. There we go. Let's go ahead and steal from the fossil dragon. We'll use the aura cannon. We're gonna rage using stray cat. And now we're gonna use a new tool. Do we even make the new make it to use a new tool? Damn it! I didn't get to use my new tools. Gosh darn it. Okay. So we're done with you. The desert.
Curses.
Aura cannon. That's the drill. Still high potion. Aura cannon. Nothing to steal.
But I do need to head off to bed early.
Oh, okay.
I gotta get up very early tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. But if you're heading to bed, they'll just say goodnight now. Like, thanks for being here.
Gotta beat the heat and all. Have a good day, Biggie and all.
Yeah, have a good day, Mana. And I'll soon call it a video as well. So the vulture, Iron Fist is in the forest near Kolingen. Which is going to be our last unit we need to look for. Nihon watashi wa katta ze. There's Iron Fist. Along with some, the last of the marble properties. Flash. Okay. With that, we'll turn encounters off, and we're gonna head down to various areas. Zozo is not reachable unless we curl around. So we're going to make some detours. First is a little bit of a detour down to the Opera House, maybe? No, let's go here. Jidor. There's a Chocobo stable at Jidor. We're just gonna do a winding down and bit of shopping now, and we're gonna okay, headband, twisted headband, mithril vest is an improvement. Wait, ninja gear. This is 45. Okay, so it is 2 ninja gears and 1 mithril vest. And we need 2 white dresses for the near future. Optimize, 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 and optimize. If we had more green berets, then that would be nice, but we don't. Yeah. And I do believe there's not much in the terms of weapons. Kuki Ichimonji is a new sword. Kaiser Knuckles is new. And we don't need any of these scrolls. And let's look at the relics. It's way down south of here for the Opera House. Peace Ring prevents berserk and confusion. Barrier Ring, we already have. Magic +2. Mithril Gloves, defense +6. Earrings. Knight's Code. Yeah, 2 is enough. We don't need Sniper Eye either. I think there's enough relics for now. And this is a Jidor auction house, always full of wealthy aristocrats. Today's auction is over. How could I say no to those adorable little eyes? Daddy, let's buy lots of stuff today too. Oh, okay. I remember this. Works of art could be acquired here. Not by the likes of me. Legendary treasures that brings back departed souls. Okay. Not from around here. Straighten your back. Don't slump so much. Man, annoying. Nothing I can't buy. Admirer of fine art as well. How uncivilized. Sam LB here doesn't look like the kind of place down and out bum like me belongs. Okay. I don't remember if the auction house is something that's kind of gonna be interesting. Shady Kids from Zozo wanders down here looking for a easy mark. Be careful. Let me go. Okay. But yeah, here's the Opera House. Opera House is closed. Do. But we're gonna make it up all the way to Zozo, and we're going to have a bit of a musical analysis of Zozo as well before we end the stream here. Quick save and normal save. Yeah, very not okay. So I wonder if this is one of the songs that they went with no orchestra, just normal instruments. Yeah, it does sound synthesized. Yep. You could even tell by the saxophone in the background. It's just this is not a real saxophone. It is a keyboard synthesizing a saxophone. You could tell the slightly mechanical way that the saxophone's being played in that theme. The guitar as well is synthesized. So it's weird. Like, I feel like there's two different musical directors here. There's one who does the everything on the synthesizer, versus some of the tracks that have been orchestrated. Okay, I'm just going to quick save, and I'm going to head to the title screen because I wanted to see if there's like a credits. What do you mean privacy policy? License? Oh, okay. Logo and image illustration goes to Yoshitaka Amano. Okay, let me just go ahead and look up and see 6 pixel remaster music staff. No, not music. Music credits. Staff. Credits. There we go. Arrangements and sound. There's, okay, so the Windows credits, right? We have the arrangement and sound editors. There's 2 arrangement and sound editors. And yeah, there's a bunch of editors. So Eri, Yaha, 9 Games, yep. So there's a whole team of sound editors and programmers. Yep. He's Hirosato Noda and Ayumu Mirai is part of the arrangers and sound editors. And there's a bunch of sound editors on different games. You have some sound programmers, Tsuchida, credit Akihiro Minami, Yuchi. Yep, there's a bunch of guys here. There's a dude who's credited specifically for guitar. Wow. They have a sound division. Yep. So the arrangers here, there's a bunch of other arrangers as well. Yeah, there's a huge selection of arrangers. So definitely this is not a work of just one person. Okay, so yeah, definitely there's a bunch of different arrangers on this. Not just a one dude behind it. I mean, obviously, right? But it is interesting to see that there's different sounding arrangements on different tracks, and it shows. And yeah, I don't know. It feels like a too-minute cook situation sometimes. But it is. But when the arrangement is done by different people and different styles of arrangements presents itself on the tracks, I don't know if it's just a budgetary thing or but it does have I wouldn't say it's clashing, but it does feel weird to have different styles of arrangement present on one single on a single project. But I mean, I don't know if it's a budgetary or a time constraint thing. But it's obvious that there's there's many cooks here. I mean, for casual listening, it's not too bad, right? Yeah. For like listening casually, it isn't too bad at all. I mean, or maybe they needed to do the arrangements over here as well, for the original versions to make on newer hardware. Yep. Kids run through the city. Under martial law. Celeste's theme. Ooh. The Unforgiven. Yeah. Yeah. I hope. What I wanted is maybe some more detailed credits on who did which track, which might be available on the official soundtrack. Maybe. It might be available on the official soundtrack. Damn it, I have to spend money to buy the official soundtrack to know for sure. Oh well. And again, I am so angry at whoever thought it would be a good idea to not use the looping ability that's present in the game for playing in the music player, and opted to do just a fade out. It is so wrong. Okay, never mind. I think we're gonna have it call it a video for today. So yeah, Shadow's theme here. Time to thank my members. Thank you, Apilux, Manta, Rafael Vega Chapa, Techno, Amislam, Chris Burton, Sherry Zahid, Nana AU, and Ninja Nino as well for being members / subscribers at the time of streaming, getting to watch vid early, getting some cool badges and emojis for whenever you comment. If you want to support my channel in that way, check out the membership program and the join button down below, or you could check the subscription thing on Twitch as well. But we're going to call it a video for today. And thanks for being here. For those of you who are still here, if you watch the VOD till the very end, you're amazing. Like the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Click on the bell to get notified for when I go live, etc. And that's going to be it. It's me and Big, and I'll be back. Bye for now.